here's the grass. Here's one side of the highway going south. Here's one side of the highway going north, right? I have permission to be on this property and this property. There's a gate here. Okay, this is a driveway. This is a driveway. This property has nothing to do with me. So, like 3 days ago, somebody sees somebody pull up in a truck and take something from this piece of property, put it on the back of the truck and drive off. Okay, so now I'm working over here, so that a police officer pulls up here and he comes to the gate and he starts questioning me and he assumes that I'm taking stuff and he's got his hand on his gun, and I expressed to him, okay, well, and the gate's locked, okay, I have nothing to do with what's over here. He didn't see nothing. He just got a call and he saw me there on this property, having nothing to do with there. So I'm like, okay, well, how long you been? He's like, 2 or 3 minutes. I says, well, if you were there 4 or 5 minutes, you would have seen me. I says, you have binoculars? He's like, yeah. I says, well, how come you didn't just hang out and see an observation what's going on, okay? And I asked him right away if his body camera was on, and he said, yeah, okay, and I have that on recording. Okay, so then finally, he goes away because the other officer pulls up, and they're like questioning me here, and he's, it's just an attitude, right? So then, okay, so then today, I'm in this property, and I had just left this property. So somebody driving past calls 911 and says, oh, somebody looked like they were messing and with the fence or whatever. Okay, so then all of a sudden, I come out here because people called and says, oh, did anybody go in there? I says, no, not to my knowledge. I just left about 5 or 10 minutes ago. So then I see the truck here, the owner. So I come out, and I come out the door here, and here comes cop pulls up here, and 2 cops get out of here, and they like confront me. So immediately I asked if there's a body cam on, and he won't answer me. Okay, so there's 2 cops. So then one cop's getting an attitude, right? So I just walk away from him to the owner over here, and there's already cops in here and seeing what's going on. Okay, so then this cop is over here too. So why didn't this second cop go and check the perimeter? Because their excuse was there are guys in there, he could be getting hurt. Okay, I'm like, well, I wouldn't have copped an attitude if you had your camera on, or if you told me that your camera was on, because I am barefoot, open hand in shorts without my phone or camera, and unarmed and defenseless. So then I come over here, and then he cops an attitude with me here, and he starts calling me an asshole. Okay, so then I had to complain. Technically, I didn't file a complaint because, it wasn't really necessary, because the reason he was on the scene was because a 911 caller called. And the same thing with this one. So I'm not going to complain about them two, and I'm not going to post the videos. So I went back in here, got my camera, and when I come over here, this cop here that confronted me over here, while the other one's just standing there, who should have checked out while this guy's got me here, which has nothing to do with this property, because I'm over here. Okay, so then this cop's calling me an asshole like 3 or 4 times, and he's aggressive. So then I got to call the station, and I got to say, listen, this is a situation. Okay, so they have another officer come back, which is officer here, and he told me that, he's sorry, he apologized for the other guy calling me an asshole, okay, and, I do have a point, and he's like, well, when we come on the scene, especially if our other officers are in there, he could be getting hurt. Yeah, but that has to do with here, not here. And the first one had to do it here, not here. So now, I get confronted by cops and, get aggressively treated, and they're like, well, we have a right to do that. Over the course of 2 fucking days. It's just fucking aggravating. So then I have to go and, I have to feel like this and deal with this. And I can't tell you, this has probably happened 60 fucking times. I'm in Florida. Fuck you motherfuckers. Okay, I'm not doing anything bad, and you gotta tell me. If you would have told me your fucking camera's on, I wouldn't have fucking had felt like that. But you got 2 guys with guns and flak jackets and handcuffs